Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please give your confirmations on the chat box. Thank you. Welcome you all to the second session on AWS course. I hope you have enjoyed the first session on AWS. Welcome you all one more time for the second session on AWS. So what's our plan for today? Let's stop the chat. Let's stop the chat. Thank you for your responses. What's our plan for today? We'll be learning how to create a new AWS account. I'm sure most of you are already having AWS account, but there are many people, many participants who are completely new to AWS. So I'll be showing how to create a new AWS account, because if you want to do hands-on, if you want to practice AWS services, you have to have an AWS account. So I'll be quickly showing you how to create a new AWS account. Then understanding the first service, that's called EC2. So we'll be jumping into practicals. We'll be learning what do you mean by EC2. We'll be learning how to create a Windows machine, and then what do you mean by key pair, and then we'll be learning how can we connect to the remote machine. So this is our plan for today. So our plan is to get into practicals of AWS. So this is our plan for today. Okay. Yes. So as usual, before getting on for today's concept, let's have quick interaction. There are many people who are raising their hands. Okay. So let's have quick interaction. Okay. With some of the participants, starting with Charan Teja.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Charan. How are you doing?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Yes, your question, please.
Sir, yesterday it was not yesterday in yesterday session I have a doubt. You said, for example, a businessman wants to start an OTT platform, so he should have a server in every country. Like, if suppose if he wants to start an OTT platform in US, so he should have a data center in US. And for
Yes.
suppose if he wants to start a OTT platform in Australia, the same OTT platform, so he should have a data center in Australia. So you said that Netflix owns a 19 data centers in the whole world, but Netflix operates in more than 190 countries. So
Okay.
how Netflix operates in different data centers, and
No,
how it
operations are different. Okay. In
okay,
Netflix have having their content hosted in a limited data centers. It may operate in 100 countries. Okay.
okay,
But it cannot have infrastructure in all the 100 countries, isn't it? Are you
okay,
understanding? Okay.
okay, then. Okay, one
So
infrastructure
generally
for
to distribute the network load. Okay.
okay,
So rather than all the traffic getting attracted towards one data center, that distributed to multiple data centers. That's the right
okay, then.
topology which is to be created. Okay.
Okay, then.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir. Glad to have opportunity.
Thank you very much. Sonia Kakar. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning. Yes, hi. I just wanted to find out, like, this is my first class. I missed the
Mhm.
yesterday one. So, will it be possible if I can go? Is there any recording for yesterday's one?
Are you in the WhatsApp group of this batch?
I am not.
Okay. Please be online. All the
I'm
participants, I request all the participants who are not in the WhatsApp group to get the updates about this particular training. I strongly recommend to join the WhatsApp group. Sonia, I'll be sending just right now. I'll be posting the WhatsApp group joining link in the chat box. Okay.
okay. Thank you so much.
1 minute, please. 1 minute, please be online.
Sure.
So I have just posted the WhatsApp group joining link of
Okay.
one. Try that. Not only to Sonia, it's for us, rest of all the participants who are not in the WhatsApp group. If one is full, please try 10, group number 10. Group number 13, if 10 is full. If 13 is full, group number 15. Are you able to join, Sonia?
I'm just trying right now.
So I hope you understood. I have created 50 WhatsApp groups to accommodate
Wow.
the participants of this batch, assuming each WhatsApp group is having at an average 200 participants, that 10,000 leads.
Wow. It's a lot. Okay, so I did got in. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you, Sonia. Thank you very
Thank you.
much to get the updates about the this particular training batch here. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Aditya Kumar.
Yeah. Hi, Sunil. Yeah,
Good morning,
finally.
Aditya. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. Finally, I got a chance.
Thank you.
So actually, Sunil, I have 7 years of experience in IT. So I'm working in Hyderabad.
Mhm.
So I have
On
experience.
which platform?
Yeah, testing and DevOps. DevOps in CI part only.
Okay, okay. Good, good. You are already getting exposed towards DevOps.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
AWS is the first time you're learning.
yeah, I know only basics. I mean, but not to the extent level. So I joined to gain more knowledge on AWS.
Okay, yes.
So actually, I have a doubt. Like, I mean, yesterday you mentioned that you are going to give the DevOps training as well, right?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah. So, is there any previous recordings which I can buy for that, and I can go simultaneously? With AWS and DevOps.
Yeah, okay. You have our customer care missed call number, right?
Yes,
Aditya?
yes, I have. Yes, yes, I have.
You will missed call to that number, okay, and mention that you want to buy the old set of videos. Okay, okay. In case if you want, okay, our team will respond to you.
Okay, okay, sure.
But I strongly recommend to buy the recordings of the batch which you are experiencing live. So that's more effective. But because of some reasons, if you want to have full set of videos so that you can do it pretty faster, right? You can do that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Aditya. Any technical questions?
No, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. You all know what is AWS. AWS is Amazon Web Services, a cloud platform, which is nothing but as simple as collection of services. We have logged into AWS. In the last session, we have logged into AWS. Am I right? I have logged into AWS and then I have shown you a list of all the services. If you want to do hands-on, if you want to do practice of AWS, you have to have an AWS account. Okay. So if you're not having AWS account, many of you are not having AWS account. I know because you're joining right from the scratch. If you're not having an AWS account, I'll be showing you how to create a new AWS account. To create a new AWS account, you have to have email address. Okay. You should have email address. Obviously, all of us are having an email address. That's not a problem. You should have a mobile number. That is not a problem. Everybody is having a mobile number, so that's also not a problem. In case if you're having two mobile numbers, please use the mobile number which is linked to your bank account. Are you understanding? If you're maintaining two SIM cards, please use the mobile number which is linked to your bank account. Next, you should have a debit card. I think that's also pretty simple. Credit card could be difficult, but debit card, everybody will have a debit card. Okay, you should have a debit card or a credit card. Preferably debit card is more than enough. So these are the three details you should have it. If you have an email address, if you have a mobile number, if you have a debit card with you, if you have all these three details with you, you can go ahead and create a new AWS account in just 5 minutes. Okay. And before starting, RuPay card will not work. Keep in mind, RuPay card will not work. Visa card, MasterCard will work. RuPay card will not work. So If you're having a RuPay card, you can use other card. It need not be your card. You can use your other card to link and use a debit card. That's not a problem. Next point. Many participants faces problem in creating a new AWS account. Main reason is the debit card should be enabled for international transactions. By default, when you get a debit card, it will not be enabled for international transaction. You need to talk to your banker. You need to talk to customer care of your bank, and you should request to enable international transactions. It will take 1 day, I think so, for the international transactions to be enabled on your debit card. Your debit card should not be RuPay card, and your debit card should be enabled for international transactions. And you should have an email address, and if you have a mobile number, these are the prerequisites. If you all have all this perfect, then you can go ahead and create a new AWS account. What's the URL? My reference, what is the URL to create a new AWS account? Yes, you are right. The URL is aws.amazon.com. This is the URL, aws.amazon.com. Let's get into practicals. The URL is aws.amazon.com. I am able to see the page. Sign in to the console. Sign in. I already have an AWS account. I can happily enter my email address. I'll enter my mobile number and happily log into AWS account, so that I can get into any service whichever I want. I can start practicals. But if you want to create a new AWS account, here we have an option of creating a new AWS account. Okay. So here we have an option of creating a new AWS account. Go ahead and create a new AWS account. Okay. As you can see in the screen, it's a 5-step process. As you can see, it's continued from step 1 to 5. Creating a new AWS account is a 5-step process. Very, very simple. Step 1, you have to enter your email address. This is the login password. Whenever you want to log into AWS, you have to enter your email address and login password. Okay, so step 1, you have to enter your email address and then mention the login password. Okay, which you want to, from which password you are logging. Okay, and you need to provide an AWS account name. That should be a unique name. When you click on next, it will ask for the mobile number. First step, it will ask for the email address. Second step, it will ask for the mobile number. I have clearly documented it. That will be helpful for you. I'll be sharing this in the WhatsApp group also, with the clear screenshots, with the step-by-step process, how to create a new AWS account with the screenshot. I have mentioned it. I'll be sharing this document. Please have a look at it. Step 1, you need to enter your email address and the login password. You know that. Let's experience step 2. Step 2, you need to enter your contact information. Step 2, you need to enter your contact information. Please have a look at this. Very important point. Very important point. AWS provides 2 types of accounts, professional account and personal account. AWS provides 2 types of accounts, professional account and personal account. Please select personal. You are creating AWS account for your personal use, for your hands-on purpose. Select the account type as personal. Provide your right name, provide your mobile number, provide your right country. I have seen some participants entering India mobile number, country as USA. So make sure that the combination is always right. So provide your address and provide your city. So that's how in second step, it will ask for your mobile number. Okay. Please provide your right mobile number and right country. Okay. Next. Step 3. Once you provide the mobile number, step 3, it will ask for your debit card. You can see debit card or credit card. You can use any of it. Okay. So step 3 is asking for card details. Debit or credit card details. Okay. So this is, so all the prerequisites in each and every step. So step 3 is asking for debit card details. Provide your debit card details. Provide your expiry date. I have entered my card details. Okay, I have provided my address. You don't need to furnish a PAN. It is asking you, do you have a PAN? So it has no. Verify and add. When you click on verify, it will verify whether the debit card details what you have entered is correct or not by deducting 2 rupees from your bank account. Okay, it will check whether the debit card what you have provided is valid or not by deducting 2 rupees from your bank account. You get an OTP to verify your debit card. So provide the right OTP and validate your debit card. Okay. Next. Confirm your identity. Next step, what you have to do is to enter your mobile number one more time. We already have entered mobile number in step 2. Again, in step 4, you need to enter your confirm your identity one more time. You need to enter your mobile number, select the right country, select the right mobile number. Okay. And then send an SMS. This is for validating your mobile number. First OTP is for verifying your debit card. Next OTP to verify your mobile number. So provide the verification code. Next. AWS provides 3 types of plans. Very important, my dear friends. AWS provides 3 types of plans: basic plan, developer plan, and business plan. To do hands-on, basic plan is more than enough. The basic plan is more than enough. So select the plan as basic. Select the basic plan, that's more than enough. Okay. Select your role of interest and select your interested technology. That's it. You get a confirmation message. Thank you, saying that you have created a new AWS account. Immediately check your email. You get one email from AWS saying that thank you message saying that your AWS account has been successfully created. Once the AWS account is successfully created, you can log in with your credentials, and then you can log in with your email address and the login password, and go ahead and go ahead and enter your AWS account, log into your AWS account. Clear? Clear about this? So this is the steps you have to follow to go ahead and create a new AWS account. Very important point you need to keep in mind. The AWS account which you are creating, the basic plan, important. What plan I have selected? I hope you remember the basic plan. Basic plan, using the basic plan, whichever you have created new AWS account, this AWS account is free for 12 months. Okay, so if you can see the screenshot, the document, it says that AWS accounts 12 months of free tier access. Okay, so AWS, when you create an AWS account, you can use this particular account 12 months for a period of 12 months for free. Okay, obviously this AWS account comes with limitations. That limitations are more than enough to do practice of AWS. So I have shown you, my dear friends, is it difficult to create an AWS account? Not at all. I have clearly shown you how to create a new AWS account, and you can enjoy this AWS account for a period of 12 months absolutely free. Clear, my dear friends? Please respond in the chat box. Is this clear how to create a new AWS account? If yes, type yes in the chat box. My dear friends, if yes, if it is clear, please type yes in the chat box. Creating an AWS account is very, very simple. Please make sure that your debit card is enabled for international transactions, and please make sure that it's not a RuPay card. It could be a Visa card or MasterCard. That's it. If you follow these steps, you can go ahead and create a new AWS account. Thank you very much for your responses. Thank you very much. After 12 months, it will be converted to paid account. So I strongly recommend not to use AWS account after 12 months. Okay. After 12 months, please do not use AWS account. If you want to still enjoy it after 12 months, again, you want to enjoy free tier account, you again create a new AWS account. You can use the same debit card for multiple AWS account. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay. Next. Once the AWS account is created, it will take approximately 24 hours of time to get activated. AWS account creation is different, activation is different. My dear friends, if you create an AWS account, it will take approximately 24 hours. Sometimes, if you're lucky, it will be activated in 8 hours or 12 hours. Nowadays, activation is taking just 8 hours. Previously, it was taking 24 hours. So you have to wait for one more mail. Once you get a mail saying that AWS account is successfully created, when you try to log in, you get a message saying that it's not active. So you should wait for one more mail saying that you'll get one more mail saying that AWS account is activated after 8 hours or after 12 hours, or maximum is 24 hours. Once the AWS account is activated, then you can happily log into your AWS account. How to log into AWS account? You already know the URL, isn't it? You already know the URL. I repeat again from the scratch. The URL is aws.amazon.com. sign into the console, and please enter your email address. Logged in. The moment you log into AWS account, please try to understand. This is very, very important. The moment you log into AWS account, the first page is called as a landing page. You will be landing up in AWS Management Console. Whenever you log into AWS account, the landing page, the first page, what you get is an AWS Management Console. So what is AWS? We already discussed AWS is nothing but collection of services. So when you click on here, you'll get list of all the services, or here we have an option of list of all the services. Whatever the service you want, you can go ahead and select and start experiencing it. And what is our plan for today? Our plan for today is to start the first service of AWS that's called as an EC2. As you have an AWS account ready, you can go ahead and experience the concept of EC2. So what's our plan? We already have learned how to create a new AWS account. Let's try to understand the first service of AWS that's called as an EC2. Okay, yes. So this is the first service called EC2. Let's go ahead and understand the concept of EC2. Before getting into practicals, let's have some understanding about EC2. What does that theory says about EC2? What does AWS theory says? Elastic Compute Cloud stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. What does that mean? Please look at this, my dear friends. Theory says Elastic Compute Cloud, that is nothing but EC2 service, provides scalable computing capacity. Try to understand the theory. Scalable computing capacity. Anyways, I'll be simplifying it as per our comfortability. So try to understand scalable computing capacity over AWS, obviously. Using EC2 eliminates the need of investing on hardware upfront investment. Okay, so you can eliminate upfront in the sense clients can eliminate upfront investment so that you can deploy applications faster. You can develop and deploy. So this is what the theory says. It provides computing capacity. So let's make it simplified. Let's try to understand from our perspective. Let's make the concept of EC2 simplified. Okay, yes. I will make it simplified. I think, okay. Oh, okay. I should have installed VMware to explain the concept of EC2. Okay, no problem. Let's try to understand the concept of EC2. Let's say this is my laptop. It's nothing but a hardware layer. Okay, laptop is nothing but a hardware layer. My laptop comes with, let's say, 8 gigabyte memory and then 500 GB storage, and it is an, I think so, it's i5 processor. So this is my hardware configuration of my laptop. Okay, it's nothing but a hardware layer. And what operating system is installed on my laptop? You can say Windows 10 operating system is installed on my laptop. Okay. The operating system which is installed on my laptop is Windows 10. Okay. I want to practice Linux operating system. I want to learn Linux. I want to learn Linux. As I want to learn Linux, option 1, I don't have a Linux operating system. As of now, you can see my laptop is installed with Windows operating system. Option 1, what I can do, I'll format my laptop. And then I will install Linux because I want to learn Linux. I have no other option. I cannot learn Linux in Windows operating system. So option 1, what I can do, I can format my laptop and install Linux on my laptop so that I can start my laptop and start learning Linux command. This is option 1. This is option 1. If you want a Linux operating system, or format your laptop and install Linux, this is option 1. There's one more better option. There's one more better option. Second option is better than first option. So what I can do, I thought of showing you practicals, but I have not installed VMware. The second option, what I can do, on top of Windows 10, I can install VMware. I hope you already know VMware. If you're not having any idea on VMware, don't worry. VMware is a virtualization layer hypervisor. I can install VMware on Windows 10. Okay, so this is actually a formatted one. Otherwise, I will generally have in the VMware so that I can show you practicals of VMware. The advantage of VMware is that on top of VMware, I can create a Linux machine on virtual machine. On VMware, I can create a Linux machine. So this is second option. So whenever I want to practice Linux, what I'll do, I'll start the line. I'll open the VMware and I'll start the Linux machine. I'll do hands-on on Linux. Once I'm done learning Linux, I'll stop the virtual machine and I'll come back to your regular Windows operating system. This is more better way instead of formatting, because I have both the options. Whenever I want to do regular day-to-day work, I can enjoy the Windows environment, and whenever I want to do Linux, I'll start the virtual machine and I can connect to the Linux machine and happily practice Linux. This is more better instead of formatting the Linux. So option 2, I can install Linux operating system on virtual machines. Whenever you want to, the VMware software, the virtualization software will help you to create any operating system, whichever you want. Need not be Linux. Let's say you want in future you want a Mac operating system, you can create a Mac operating system on VMware. If you want to have a Solaris operating system, you can create a Solaris operating system on a VMware. It's virtualization layer. You can virtually, the actual operating system is Windows 10. This is called as host operating system. Yes, you're right. Host operating system. Host operating system is actually the actual operating system which is installed on the metal. The operating system which is running the metal, which is running the hardware layer, is called as host operating system. And this operating system will create it as per the requirement. This is called as guest operating system. Guest operating system. Okay, you can create any number of operating systems. You can create Linux, you can create one more VM of Mac operating system. As I told you, I can create one more virtualization, one more virtual machine of Solaris, whatever I want, I can do that. Okay, so this is more better, isn't it? Whenever I want to enjoy my day-to-day work, I can start Windows and then I can again start Linux whenever I want to learn that. So option 2 is better. I want to keep in mind, whenever you want to create a virtual machine, like Linux on the VMware, you need to allocate 3 hardware components, my dear friends. You have to allocate 3 hardware components. What hardware components you have to allocate? You have to allocate RAM to the Linux machine, memory to the Linux machine. You have to allocate storage, that is nothing but the hard disk, to the Linux machine, and you have to allocate processors to the Linux machine. So then only the Linux machine runs. This is a virtual machine, my dear friends. This is a virtual machine. If you want to run the virtual machine, it also needs hardware. To run any virtual machine, it needs a hardware. You have to allocate hardware. How much RAM you are having, how much memory you are having. 8 GB memory. Out of 8 GB, you have to allocate at least 4 GB memory to your Linux machine. Out of 500 GB storage, at least you have to allocate some 100 GB storage to the Linux machine. And there, if you have from processors, you have to allocate some processors to the Linux machine. You have to mandatory allocate hardware components to your Linux machine. I don't have VMware installed. Otherwise, I should have shown you practically. You have to, every virtual machine, you have to allocate to your memory. You have to allocate your memory. You have to allocate your hard disk from your personal laptop. You have to allocate the memory, and you have to allocate process. Only when you allocate these 3 hardware components, when you start this virtual machine, it will consume the quota which you have allocated, and using that, the virtual machine runs. This is called as virtualization platform. Okay, so recently I have formatted it. Otherwise, generally I show it in my sessions how exactly virtualization works. So this is option 2. Option 1 is formatting completely Windows machine and installing Linux. Option 1 is formatting Linux and installing formatting Windows and installing Linux. Option 2, whichever the operating system I want to learn, I can do it on VMware, so that my actual operating system, that is Windows 10, remains as stays, and I allocate my hardware components to the virtualization layer, and I can enjoy other operating system. This is option 2. Okay. This is option 2. Option 3, this is much more better than rest of all the options. Okay. Option 3. So let me create a new one so that you can compare. So this is your hardware, that is your laptop, as per our understanding. Hardware layer can be laptop, or it can be as big a hardware as 256 GB memory. So this is your actual operating system, that is called as a Windows 10. On top of Windows 10, we have installed a virtualization layer called VMware. And on top of VMware, I can create any virtual operating system as per my requirement. Okay. And every virtual machine, when you're creating on VMware, needs to allocate 3 hardware components. What are the 3 hardware components it should have? It should have memory, that is nothing but RAM. We should allocate storage, and we should allocate processors. So then only this virtual machine works. Perfect. This is about VMware. Option 3 is much more better than option 2. What are the final Linux machine you want? What are the final Linux machine you want to practice or do hands-on on Linux? You can create that Linux machine on AWS cloud. Okay. My dear friends, what are the Linux machine you are creating on your personal laptop? Instead of using your personal laptop, instead of allocating RAM of your personal laptop, instead of allocating hard disk from your personal laptop, you can create a Linux machine so that you can learn Linux machine directly on AWS cloud. You don't need to allocate memory from your hardware. You don't need to allocate hard disk from your personal laptop. AWS is having millions of terabytes of hard disk, thousands of processors, millions of processors, and huge volumes of storages on their data centers. Use their storage. AWS is having already the hardware with you. Use their hardware as per your requirement. If you want to create a Linux machine, create a Linux machine and use the RAM of the AWS data center, use the hard disk of AWS data center, use the memory processors of AWS data center, and create the virtual machine as per your requirement. Yes. Now I'm showing you how to create a Linux machine. As my plan is to learn Linux machine, if I want to learn Linux machine, my laptop is not having Linux machine, it is having Windows operating system. So I want to have a Linux machine and I don't want to allocate my hardware. I want to use the hardware of AWS data center. This is possible. Creating your own machines as per the requirement is possible using the service called as an EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud will provide scalable compute capacity. Computing capacity is nothing but machine which can compute. That's nothing but these are all machines which can compute. Okay, so which can, and you don't need to invest on hardware. I'm not investing on hardware. Hardware is already there. I'll be using their hardware and I'll be creating a new AWS account. So let's go ahead. My dear friends, let's go ahead and let's experience how to create. My plan is to create Linux machine. So as per my plan, let's experience how to create a Linux machine. How to create a Linux machine or Windows machine, whichever you want. Okay, I will show you to start with. I don't want to show Linux machine. Before Linux machine, I want to start with Windows machine. Okay. To start with, I want to create a Windows machine. Whether this Windows machine, Linux machine, the steps are the same. Let's go ahead and create a new machine. Okay. So whenever you want to create your own machines, you can create a Mac operating system also. Whenever you want to create these kind of machines on AWS, you have to use a service called as EC2. Now, I hope you know the practical importance of EC2. So let's log into AWS account. Let's log into AWS account. I already have logged into AWS account. You know it. So the landing page is called as AWS Management Console. Under services, go to compute section. Under compute section, you have a service called as an EC2. Under services, you have a compute section. Under compute section, we have a service called as an EC2. So EC2 is all about, can you see the tip message? Virtual servers on cloud. Are you getting a message? Virtual servers is called. I want to create my own server on cloud. Server is nothing but a machine, nothing complex. Okay. So go to EC2. Yes. This is how the EC2 dashboard looks like, my dear friends. This is how the EC2 dashboard looks like. This is how the EC2 dashboard looks like. I already have created how many machines? You can see instances. Instances are nothing but the virtual machines. How many machines I have created? I have created 4 machines. You can see here. Okay, so I'm using these machines for our different batches. So please ignore these machines when you're doing it for the first time. Right now, when you're doing it for the first time, you'll find instances as 0. It will be empty dashboard. So please ignore these 4 machines, what you're able to see. Let's go ahead and create a new instance. Creating a new instance. I can say instance, my dear friends. As per the AWS terminology, I can say I'm creating a new computer now. I'm creating a new computer. I can say I'm creating a new machine. I can say I can create a new box. I can also say I'm creating a new server or new PC. All this, the best term for AWS is instance. When I say instance, it's nothing but I'm creating a new computer or new machine as per my requirements. I'm going as so the terminology what AWS says is instance. So you can see here instances. Right now there are 4 instances. That's okay. Let's go ahead and create a new instance. My dear friends, let's go ahead. My dear friends, let's go ahead and create a new instance. What's our plan? Our plan is to create a new Windows machine. Our plan is to create a new Windows machine. Creating a Windows machine for the first time on AWS. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed and go ahead and create a new Windows machine. Perfect. Launch instances. You have to go with launch instances because you are launching a new machine. So select launch instances because you want to create a new machine. Fine. Okay. Creating a new machine on AWS. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-step process. My dear friends, creating a new machine. Creating a new machine. What are we doing here? We are creating a new machine on AWS. Whenever you want to create a new machine, it's a how many step process? You can see here it's a 7-step process. Don't worry. Most of the steps are pretty default. Let's experience it. It's very, very easy. After this session, please do practicals. Please do practicals. Create a new AWS account. Please wait for 24 hours to get activated. Once it is active, go ahead and create a new AWS account. Create a new AWS account. Create a new machine as per your requirements. Okay. Okay. It's a 7-step process. Now we are in step 1. Step 1. Choose AMI. Stands for Amazon Machine Image. You may have questions, Sunil. What do you mean by AMI? As simple as that. In simple words, it's an operating system. Choosing AMI is, in other words, it's an operating. You can see here, it's nothing but an operating system. You have to, whenever you're creating a new machine, you have to mention what operating system you want. You want a Linux machine, you want a Windows machine. AWS provides you a lot of options. You can see here we have Amazon Linux. Can you see here? Do you want an Amazon Linux or different players? You can have a Mac operating system. My God. You can create a Mac operating system, or you can create a Red Hat Linux. You can create SUSE Linux. So all different operating systems. Windows Server, you have Windows Server. Okay, so you have a whole lot of operating systems. Any operating system you can launch it. That's okay. So I want to create a Windows machine for the first example. So let me scroll down. Yes, Windows Server 2019. Okay, I'll be selecting this. Okay, so first step is AMI. First step is AMI. So quick reference. Let me document it just for your understanding. First, for clarity, step 1 is AMI. In simple words, is nothing but an operating system. Step 2. So I select Windows Server operating system. One important point: whenever you're selecting an operating system, make sure that the operating system is free tier eligible. My dear friends, do you remember the AWS account what we have created today is a free tier account? Agree? Isn't it? The AWS account what we have created account is today is a free tier account. Okay, so please make sure that you use only options which are eligible for free tier. There are some operating systems which are not eligible for free tier. You can see here, I'll show you. Look at this Windows server with a SQL server. Windows with SQL server. Is it free tier eligible? No, it's not free tier eligible. It's a paid one. Okay, so please make sure. So free tier options are more than enough for learning AWS. So I am selecting Windows Server 2019 base. Okay, and I just verified it's eligible for free tier, so I can happily use it. So I'm selecting. It's a 64-bit operating system. So select. Step 1 is operating system. Okay, now you are in step 2. Choose instance type. You may have questions, Sunil. What do you mean by instance type? Before explaining you instance type, answer my question. We are creating a Windows machine on AWS, no doubt. Now my question is, what is the hardware configuration of this Windows machine which we are creating on AWS? What is the hardware configuration? What is the RAM? RAM is nothing but what is the memory? How much memory of the will be of the operating system? What is the storage? What is the hard disk of that particular Windows machine? And what is how many processors that Windows machine? Now my question is, tell me the hardware configuration. Tell me the hardware, not operating system. It's nothing but processors. So my question is, we are creating Windows machine. Now tell me what is the hardware configuration? This Windows machine is having how much RAM? How much memory? Is it a 4 GB memory? Is it 8 GB memory? Is it a 2 GB memory? Is it a 1 GB memory? How much hard disk space? So how can I decide the hardware configuration? The hardware configuration of the Windows machine which you created is dependent on instance type. Okay, so you can see there are different types of instances. You can see here T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small, T2 medium. There are different types of instances. There are different types of instances. You can see a lot of number of instance types are available. You can create the instance from a low speed instance to high speed server also. That's not a high server is nothing but instance. Don't again worry about the technical jargons. Okay, so and there are different types of instances, and please observe the only instance which is eligible for free tier. The only instance which is eligible for free tier is T2 micro instances. That means this T2 micro instance is coming with one processor and 1 gigabyte memory. And ours is a free tier account, so I'll be selecting free tier eligible account, that is T2 micro instances. That means now I know the hardware configuration. It comes with one processor and 1 gigabyte memory. That's nothing but 1 GB RAM. So now the memory is 1 gigabyte. Now I know the hardware configuration, and processor is how many processors? CPUs are nothing but processors. I have one CPU. Okay. And what about the hard disk? Hard disk I'll be coming soon in the concept of storage. Step 4 is storage. So storage will show you the hardware component. Okay. Hard disk component. So I know now that the Windows machine which you're creating is 1 GB memory and 1 CPU. Okay. So that is instance type. So step 2 is instance type. Okay. So that's all about hardware configuration. Okay. Step 3. Next. Step 3 is about configuring instance details, number of instances. In a single shot, you can go ahead and create 10 instances. Okay, number of instances. In a single wizard, you can go ahead and create 10 instances. Okay, so I want to create one instance, so take the default. So step 3 is number of instances. Okay, so I'm selecting it as 1. Okay, so that's default one. Step 4. Step 4 is storage. Storage, you can easily guess that's nothing but the hard disk component, okay, which is missing now. So that's storage. Next. So this instance comes with the storage, and AWS allocates how much GB of storage? 30 GB of hard drive. Okay, very good. Now I got the complete configuration. Yes, the Windows machine which you're creating now comes with 1 gigabyte memory, 30 GB of hard drive, and one processor. Fine. So that's about storage. Let's take the default. If you want more storage, let's say you say, Sunil, 30 GB is very less. I want to go ahead and create I want to create a 100 GB machine. You can create it. It's an editable window. I'm taking the default. Okay. So step 4 is storage. Okay. I'm sure most of you are having many questions, but all your questions will be eventually clear. Next. Tags. Tagging is nothing but providing a name to the instance. I can name it later. So just take the default. Don't be step 5. Step 6. This is very important. Step 6 is important. Please read the security group. Step 6 is important. Security group, configure security group. Okay, so let's learn about security group. Security group helps you to define firewall rules to control the traffic to your instance. Very, very important. Very, very important. So what do you mean by security group? Let's make it simplified. Let's make it simplified. So we are creating a Windows machine. Agree? Okay. So let's clear this. We don't need this anymore. My dear friends. We are creating a Windows machine. Okay, very good. On AWS cloud. Okay, very good. After creating Windows machine from my personal laptop, okay, from my personal laptop, I want to connect it to that Windows machine which is running on AWS. I want to experience it. Okay, not just creating a Windows machine. We should know how to connect. That's also important, isn't it? Not just creating Windows machine. You should know how to connect it. Only when you connect it to it is usable. Else you're creating a machine. If it is not able to connect, then there's no meaning in creating the machine. You should be able to successfully connect. My dear friends, when can we connect to this particular machines? Whether it is a Windows machine or a Linux machine, when can you successfully connect to that machine? You can successfully connect to those EC2 machines only when, my dear friends, try to understand, this is very important, only when port is open. Port should be open, my dear friends. You can successfully connect. After creating an AWS account, you can successfully connect. After creating a Windows machine, you can successfully connect to the Windows machine only when what should be open? My dear friends, port should be open. What should be open? Port should be open. Port is nothing but point of contact. It's open. It should be. It's a gate of communication. To make it simple, look at this. Try to understand this. You buy a pen drive. Now you want to start communicating to your pen drive. You want to start transferring the files. You want to save your files on pen drive. So where do you connect your pen drive? Where do you connect your pen drive? To USB port. Port is nothing but gate of communication from your laptop. Are you understanding? Communication happens used through ports. Port, you will be using port for communication. You will be connecting a pen drive to your laptop USB port. Agree or not? You want to connect your laptop to television. You want to connect your laptop to television. You use HDMI port. HDMI port is different port again for communication to your television. So ports are nothing but point of contact. So my dear friends, port is nothing but a gate. You have to open the gate so that you can connect. So when you're creating a Windows machine, you have to open the port. So that's what is all about security group. So security group will help you to allow traffic to your instance. And it is very intelligent. You don't need to do anything. It's just for your understanding purpose. For Windows machine, we have to open what port? RDP port, my dear friends. AWS is intelligent. I have not entered this. It automatically detected it. It automatically suggesting you are creating a Windows machine. So if you want to use it, please open the RDP port. So take the default one. But I just want to tell you the importance of a port. So step six is all about security group. Security group is all about dealing with the ports. Agree? It's all about dealing with opening the port. We have to open the port here. And what port, just your reference, and what port we have opened? We have opened RDP port. Okay. So for Windows machine, we'll be opening RDP port. So take the default one. Take the default. Don't disturb anything. So that is step 6. Okay. And step 7 is just to review all the details, whatever we have created. So this is all about review purpose. So let's move to next step, review and launch. Please review the details. So we are creating Windows machine. That's confirm the operating system. This comes with 1 CPU, 1 GB memory, and 30 GB of storage. And this particular port is open. That is RDP port, and the storage comes with the, I think that is 30 GB of storage. You all know that. Click on launch, my dear friends. When you click on launch, very important note. When you click on launch, it will ask you to download. It will ask you to download KeyPair. When you click on launch, please experience. When you click on launch, it will ask you to download KeyPair. What is KeyPair? I'll explain later. First, let's experience it. What is KeyPair? I'll explain later. Let's experience it. So in my desktop, I create a new folder with my name, Sunil. It's already there. Okay. AWS batch 85 is a folder. In this folder, I download the KeyPair. As I mentioned, it will ask you, it will ask you to download a KeyPair, and where should I download? So as I want to download, I have created it in my desktop AWS batch 85, and I'll be downloading here. Okay. So let's experience how to download a KeyPair. Click on launch. When I click on launch, look at the option, select an existing KeyPair, okay, or create a new KeyPair. I don't want to select an existing KeyPair. I proceed with creating a new KeyPair. Please proceed creating new KeyPair. pair. So here I have an option of creating a new key pair. What is key pair? I'll explain later. Create a new key pair and mention the key pair name. Key pair name can be anything. I'll mention my name, Sunil, with today's date 16. Any name you can mention with today's date 16. So this is the name of the key pair, and I download it. And where I want to download it, I want to download it in my desktop. Just now I have created a folder with the name AWS batch 85. This is our batch, and here I want to download the key pair. Yes, I have downloaded it. Okay. And then click on launch mission. Make sure that you download the key pair and click on launch mission. Many more things to be explained. I'll be seeing it. The instances are now launching. Very good. Scroll down, view instances. And now you'll be back to your dashboard. Previously, I hope you remember, we have 4 instances. Now you can see there are 5 instances. This is the new mission, which is still in pending. So this is the new mission. So I write it as mission. I name it as mission 1. So the mission 1 is created. What is this mission? This mission is nothing but a Windows mission. My dear friends, I'm sure you're having a lot of questions, but I hope you have understood. All your questions will be eventually cleared. My dear friends, is this clear? Please respond in the chat box. The process of creating a new machine on AWS using the service called as EC2. Simple. How many steps it is? I have documented it. So select operating system, select the instance, select the number of instances, write the storage, and open the port, and then review the details, download the key pair. Yeah, it's a 7-step process. It's a 7-step process. We have successfully created. Thank you very much for your responses. Thank you very much. I'll be equally excited for your responses. Thank you very much. Your responses is very important to maintain the enthusiasm. So we have successfully created a mission. Which mission it is? I know it is a Windows mission we have created on AWS Cloud. Okay, next. I want to have an interaction, but timing is running out. We have to complete our agenda for today. Okay, we have successfully created a Windows mission. Now my question, tell me, my dear friends, my question is, try to answer my question. We have successfully created Windows machine, right? Okay, very good. Now my question is, where did I create my Windows machine? My question is, where did I create my Windows machine? You may be answering, we have created in AWS Cloud and all those fines. But my point is, where did I create my Windows machine? Yes, now I'll answer my question. Look at this. This is the Windows machine which you have created. You can see that now. You can see previously it was pending state. The machine is running now. The machine is absolutely running now. You can happily enjoy this machine. You can also connect it. We'll be learning how can we connect. That's fine. But my point is, we have created Windows machine in Mumbai. Can you see here? We have created a machine in which location? Mumbai data center. My dear friends, AWS is having data center in Mumbai. Do you remember? Yesterday. AWS Global Infrastructure Map. I have shown you there is a data center in Mumbai. So this Windows machine is running in Mumbai data center. You can see here by default, I have made it as Mumbai region. Make sure, remember, so take a note of it, where exactly you're creating Mumbai, your instances. So I am creating it in Mumbai. So you also, once you create an AWS account, I recommend, if you're from India, I recommend you to please connect to Mumbai, because Mumbai is the nearest data center, so that there'll be less latency. So take a note of it. So it's in Mumbai region, Mumbai data center. Very good. Okay, next question, Sunil. Okay, good that you have created your Windows machine as per your requirement in Mumbai data center, and I am from Hyderabad, my dear friends. I'm based out of Hyderabad city. My plan is, how can I connect? Machine is running. You can see clearly in the dashboard that the Windows machine is running. How can I connect? Not just creating a machine. You should be able to successfully connect. Look at our agenda. You have learned how to create a new Windows machine, and you know what is key pair. Key pair is a file which will ask you to download once you create a machine. We have downloaded it, I remember. And what is the file extension? You have downloaded key pair, right? Do you remember? And where did I download it? Where did I download it? I have downloaded AWS batch 85. Look at the file extension. It's a PEM file. So remember, key pair is nothing but a file with extension .pem. Take a note of it. So these are all very important. What is key pair? Key pair is a file with extension .pem. What is the importance of that? I'll show you. I'll show it soon. So key pair is downloaded and connecting. Sunil, also show me how can I connect. Good that you have created. Sunil, how can we connect? You may be in Hyderabad, you may be in Delhi, you may be in US. You can connect to this Windows machine on from which is running in Mumbai data center. How can we connect? Okay. To connect to the machines, to connect to the Windows machine, to connect to the Windows machine, we need DNS name, username, password. These are the three credentials required. You should have a DNS name. If you don't worry what is DNS, don't worry. It's something like an IP address. Okay. You should have a DNS name. You should have a username, and you should have password. We have an exclusive concept about DNS. If you don't know what is DNS, for people who are non-IT, don't worry. It's very simple. As of now, please understand that something like an IP address. These are the three details which are required to connect to the Windows machine. Okay. So where can I get the DNS name? Yes. So I'll show you where can I get it. So select the machine and click on connect. My dear friends, select the machine, click on connect. When you click on connect, go to RDP client. Can you see public DNS? You got the DNS name. This is the DNS name. Copy this. I got the DNS name. Next, how to get the username? Yeah, here it is prompt. He's giving a username. What is the username? Username is administrator. Very good. Okay, it's very simple. How to get the password? Okay, how to get the password? Password is showing you. It's not showing you. It is asking you to get the password. It is asking you to generate the password. And when it's mandatory, if you without password you cannot connect. Okay, so you should have a password, you should generate it. So click on get password. When you click on get password, it is asking you associate Sunil 16. What is Sunil 16? It's a key pair. It is asking you where is a key pair. Key pair is security purpose. Only when you have a password, when you have a key pair, you have an option to generate the password. It's a security. As I have downloaded the key pair, as I have the key pair with me, I will upload the key pair and generate the password. Okay, so that's for security reasons, so that only the people who are having the key pair are authorized to connect. So I have a key pair, so I can browse my key pair. I remember, as I have shown you, the key pair is saved in AWS batch 85 in desktop Sunil 16. So I click on browse in my desktop AWS batch 85. So I will be uploading the key pair. You can see the key pair has been uploaded, and click on decrypt password. And I click on decrypt password, then it is giving me the password. Okay, so password you'll not get it directly. You have to generate the password using the key pair. Now you know the importance of key pair. Key pair is used to generate the password, so that's very, very important. So I have all these credentials with me. I have the DNS name. DNS name is something like an IP address. I have the username, and I have the password. So I was using these credentials, how I can connect. How to connect? You need an application called as remote. You need a terminal called as remote desktop connection. You don't need to install it. By default, you'll get it in your Windows machine. So go to programs, open your remote. By default, you'll have remote desktop connections in your personal laptop. Okay, whether it is Windows 7 or Windows 10. Open your remote desktop connection. So this is the remote desktop connection. Computer is nothing but your DNS name. Okay, and then click on connect. Enter the DNS name in computer. Click on connect. Is asking for the username and password. We already have the username and password with us. Superb. Click on OK. Are you sure you want to connect to this remote machine? Yes, my dear friends, please experience it. We are successfully connecting to a Windows machine which is running in Mumbai data center. Let's wait for a minute. Let's wait for a minute. Is it interesting? It's very interesting. As per my requirement, I am creating a machine as per my hardware configuration somewhere in Mumbai that I'm not allocating my hardware. Are you understanding the beauty of EC2 service? Yes, you can see this is the Windows machine. Great. My dear friends, is it interesting? We have successfully connected to the Windows machine? If yes, please type yes in the chat box. Is it interesting? Is it interesting? Am I explaining you clearly the process of creating the machine as per requirement? Today I have created Windows machine. Tomorrow I'll show you Linux machine. Every day we'll be adding more and more concepts of EC2. But the beauty is it's cloud, my dear friends. Is it Windows machine installed on my personal laptop? No, my dear friends, it's running in data center. Which data center? Mumbai data center. Yes, the beauty. What is the hardware configuration of this machine? Yes, let's stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. What is the hardware configuration of the machine? What is the RAM of this machine? You can get that information. Go to this PC, I think so. Go to properties. I want to look at the memory of this particular machine. You can see the memory is 1 GB memory, and it comes with Intel Xeon processor. One processor we have allocated. And what is the storage? What is the hard disk? Do you remember? This PC comes with a C drive, 29.9, that is 30 GB of storage. You know that, yes, perfect. Yes, I have allocated 30 GB of storage in step 4. So that storage, you can see it in the remote desktop. Am I clear? Am I clear, my dear friends? Once you're done practicing, once you're done as per your requirement, you can close your terminal. Okay. So how to connect? I'll show you one more connect. Okay. Instead of DNS name, you can also mention the IP address also. Every machine comes with an IP address, right? So here is our AWS dashboard. Let's go to the instances. What is the machine? This is the machine which you have created. Am I right? This machine will have an IP address. Every machine will have an IP address. This is an IP address. I'm copying the IP address. Instead of DNS name, you can also use an IP address. Let me verify and check it. Okay, so I'll connect one more time using the application called as remote desktop. Sorry. Mention the IP address. Click on connect. So people who are worrying about DNS, so don't worry about DNS. Every machine will have an IP address. I hope you know that part. Password. That's it. You are done. Okay. So DNS name is something like it's an equal to IP address. So if you don't worry about DNS, if you don't know what is DNS, don't make it complex. I have successfully connected, and I have successfully connected to Windows machine. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, did we meet our agenda for today, my dear friends? Did we meet our agenda for today? Tell me, every day will the highest priority is agenda, highest priority is device agenda, second priority is interaction. So we have, EC2. EC2 is all about creating your own machines. Any machine you want, you can create a Mac, or you want to experience Mac. You don't know Mac laptop, you don't have Mac laptop, but you want to experience Mac. Create Mac on Windows on AWS data center. Create Mac on AWS data center. It's up to you. So done. And remember, and after practicing, the machine is in running state. This is very important points. You need to focus. What is status of the machine running state? Once you're done practicing, so please, what you have to do, you have to stop the machine. Don't directly sign out. Go to instance data. There's an option called stop. Select the machine whichever you want, and there's an option called stop. Please stop the instance. Okay. So don't directly sign out. There are many people who will directly sign out. That's not a good practice. Please stop the machine. Let's wait for the machine to get stopped. Okay. My dear friends, let's have quick interaction. Okay. Time is running out, but let's have quick interaction. Please raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Sorry. 1 minute, please. Okay. Jaya Verma.
Hello.
Yes, Jaya.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
How is today's
Sir,
class?
So it was awesome, and I'm totally a non-IT background.
Okay, even though
Okay.
you're first remove that mental fixation that you're from non-IT. Okay,
Okay.
AWS, please give your instructions to your mind saying that AWS is easy. Is it easy today?
It is. It is actually
In the same way,
simultaneously.
in the same way, every day will be easy. That's my promise.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
every day, please stay focused.
Actually, sir, simultaneously I'm learning DevOps also.
Very good.
But thing is, right now I'm having a doubt about the remote desktop connection. Like basically, what exactly it is.
Remote desktop connection by default, when you install Windows on your laptop, by default you get this application called remote desktop connection. As the name says, it helps you to connect a Windows machine in a remote location. Jaya, okay, we have created one Windows machine, right?
Okay, yeah.
Did we create machine today, Windows machine?
Right. Yes.
Is that
Sir.
Windows machine which we have created today, is it in your personal laptop? Is it in a remote location? Remote is nothing but a different location.
Yeah, remote
Agree?
location.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have created it in remote location. Which location?
Yeah.
It can be Mumbai, it can be
region.
Singapore, it can be any location. That's a remote
Yeah.
computer. Okay. And if you want to connect to remote computer, then your laptop is Windows, right? And that new machine is also Windows. For Windows to Windows connectivity, Microsoft is providing an application called as remote desktop connection. So using this application, you can connect to one more Windows machine which is running in a remote location. As simple as that.
It means by default it get downloaded with
by default, when you install Windows operating system, you'll get this remote desktop connection.
Okay.
In your personal laptop, do you have calculator?
Yes.
Do you have calculator? Did you install calculator, or by default you got calculator?
By default we get
something similar to it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Okay. How are you doing, Vinay Missal?
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
How is today's class?
Hi,
Nice
good.
to talk to you.
I have joined here also today.
Oh, I know it. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. My question is, can you tell me some disadvantages
of AWS cloud?
Yeah, AWS cloud.
One important disadvantage, we should be very careful when using the hardware infrastructure, because the moment you exceed the limit, you start receiving the bill. Okay, Vinay, isn't it? Okay. So that's one of the main disadvantages, is we should be very careful using. Generally, as it is not our hardware, we generally tend to misuse the hardware, but we should be very careful. Okay, so please use only to the extent what required. That's
no, I'm asking, instead of using our own infrastructure in a data center, if I use the cloud, and I'm asking what is the major disadvantage?
There's no much disadvantages. These are all advantages. That's the reason it's booming, Vinay. Okay. So people tend to not to use their infrastructure because it's very difficult to maintain. You have to recruit network administrators, system administrators. You should make sure that it's not down. Whereas AWS, you don't need to have headaches, so people can focus on their business. Infrastructure part, AWS will take care of it. Okay.
Yeah, but still so many people not tend to go to the cloud. They are still stuck to the...
Yeah, because AWS is becoming more and more mature, and not only AWS, cloud is becoming more and more mature, Vinay, and cloud is becoming more and more affordable because of the competition between Azure and GCP. Azure. So down the days, it becomes more affordable, and many clients still more will be attracted towards cloud.
Yeah, and what about pricing? Is this if I buying a new hardware is a good thing, or
it's upfront? Let's say, for example, Vinay.
Yeah.
I want to create a Windows machine of 512 GB memory.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's say 200 terabytes, not 200 gigabyte, 200 terabyte of storage. Okay, this is my requirement, and I want let's say a 64 processors. This is my requirement. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I want to host one server, and that's a high-speed server. Ours is, or the example what I've shown is only 1 gigabyte memory, isn't it, Vinay Missile?
Yeah.
So you want 512 GB RAM of Windows machine with 200 TB storage and 64 process. If you want this is your requirement.
Yeah.
Option 1, you have to buy this hardware. Agree?
Yeah.
From Dell or HP authorized dealers, you have to upfront. What will be the cost approximately? It will be definitely in lakhs.
Yeah.
Or crores, because of the high configuration. So you have to wait for the hardware, for the server to be delivered in here. Then this server, you will be putting it in the rack. Okay, you need a high-speed memory, you need a high-speed internet, laser line connection, And all these servers should be running on a centralized monitoring AC temperature control machines. All these are required, and you have to hire a recruit system administrator, network administrator to manage these kind of services. This is one configuration of one server. This is like this, you want to have 20 servers. Okay, so to get this action into live, you have to wait for 2 months approximately, isn't it? And then you have to recruit manpower and all those. Instead of that, within 2 minutes, you can create these 20 servers in single wizard, isn't it, Vinay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the beauty, and you'll be paying the rent for the infrastructure what you have used. So this is more attractive. In fact, having cloud infrastructure on cloud will make you hassle free. Okay, that's how the industry is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vinay.
Thanks.
Okay. Sandeep Tope. How are you, Sandeep?
Yeah, hi, good morning. Am I audible?
You are audible. How is today's session?
Yeah. It was fantastic. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You made it very, very, very easy.
Thank you very much. Are you part of WhatsApp group?
Yeah. No, this is my first time I attend this.
Oh, you want to be the part of the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sharing you link right now. To get the updates about this particular training, please, I recommend you to all of you to be the part of the WhatsApp group. I think empty WhatsApp groups are here. WhatsApp group number 50. If you are not belonging to the WhatsApp group, please join the WhatsApp group using the link which I'm just posting in chat box. If 50 is full, please use 48.
Yes, I connected.
You connected? Okay. And rest of the people, please use 47. Okay. Perfect. Any more questions?
No, thanks. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Sandeep. Many people raising their hands. Okay, so obviously we cannot talk to all the participants because of the huge numbers. Okay, so it's very difficult to manage. So please bear with me. Oscar.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your question,
Right.
please.
Yeah, I think the question was related to the instance because you did mention one instance, create one instance. So
Yes.
what happens in the situation where you want to create more than one instance on the go?
Do you remember when you are in the launch wizard in step 3, it is asking for the number of instances, isn't it? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So look at this. Let's say I have selected operating system and then I have selected T2 micro. And in step 3, it will ask you how many number of instances you can proceed. The default number is 1. Okay. If you want 10 instances, you can mention 10 instances. Okay. It's up to you. Okay. You can create a number of instances as per the requirement, Oscar. Okay. Clear? So one wizard helps you to complete 10. You can create 10 instances at single shot. Okay. Am I clear?
Yep. Thank you.
Anything more? Thank you. One more final call. Okay. And before one more point. So after stopping, okay, the machine is stopped, and whenever you want, you can again start it. Let's say you want the same instance again, you can start it again. That's not a problem. And if you want to remove this instance permanently, let's say I don't want this instance in my dashboard at all. I want to remove the instance permanently. When you want to remove the instances permanently, there's an option called terminate. Stopping is different and terminating is different. Stopping is whenever you want to start again, you can start it. But terminate is nothing but removing the instance permanently. I want to remove my instance from the Mumbai data center permanently. There's an option called terminate. When you click on terminate, I recommend you after practicing, please terminate the instances. And whenever you want, you can go ahead and recreate it. Creating instances just, you can do it in just a couple of minutes. So I am now terminating the instances. you can see the status is slowly getting terminated. So it's always good practice. Whenever you don't want the instance, please terminate the instance. Okay. Okay. One final call, this time with Praveen Jaiswal.
Hi, Sunil. It's a good session. I mean, I keep on watching your videos for a long time, but this is I got a good this platform. I got the opportunity to go through with this all the modules.
Thank you.
And my question for you is like, I mean, see, we have downloaded the page, and if suppose what if we forgot the password and all? So how do we retrieve it?
So right now I have downloaded the key pair. Key pair is nothing but a file with extension .pem, isn't it? You can see here the key pair is now available here. As long as you have the key pair, you can regenerate the password.
Okay.
As long as the key pair is there, you can regenerate the password. In case if the key pair is lost, assume, Praveen.
Yeah.
If this key pair is lost, there's an option where we can recover the key pair. If time permits, I'll show it later, but you can recover it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. One more call, I think, with this time, Humo Gado.
Hello.
How is today's session, Humo?
It was good.
Thank you.
I got lost at the end a bit. So I was just wondering if you could clarify that section. Like creating the instances and everything was simple, I would say.
Please watch the recording. The live training is absolutely free. So please continue the rest of the sessions and then get the hands-on of AWS. Okay.
I'm working on a Mac. So is that like the reason why, or?
You are right now your laptop is Mac operating system, right?
Yes.
In Mac operating system, you will not find remote desktop connection, but instead there's Microsoft. You have to download Microsoft remote desktop connection from your iTunes, I think so. Babe, you have to download one application. So using that, you can connect to. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed the session. See tomorrow. What's our plan for tomorrow? Our plan for tomorrow is Linux mission. So that's our plan for tomorrow. And then we'll be introducing the concept of web server. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.